Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
And I think after that last sack, we're going to see a little bit of a change in strategy by the offensive coordinator. He decided to go empty. There's no one in the backfield to help with the offensive line, pick up blitzes, and even if you have some opportunities downfield, you got to protect the quarterback first.
Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion. So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
Offside, defense. Still fourth down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Running from the pistol with Barkley. That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Now he'll run it. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. And he's got another one. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion. Man in motion is Smith. To throw is Hurts. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
And now, after the pick 6, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. Here's Hurts. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. That's caught once again by Hawkinson.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Eagles have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. And he will score again. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Chandler now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing, Darnold. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. Now he takes off. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top as we get you down to Florida. Orlando